Welcome to Manifesting and Spiritual Magic. We are so happy you're here.
Hi, I'm Denise Martinez Rossini, and I'm an Intuitional Numerologist and Spiritual Empowerment Mentor.
My name is Cathlene Miner, author of the 30-Day Self-Perception Makeover, where you will begin to manifest your life on purpose. And together, we will show you how to use all of the universal energies to your benefit so that you can manifest the life that you desire. So, this month is a month of nines.
June, we're coming into a month of 9. Yes, it's a number of 9, and it's the month of the compassionate humanitarian.
Okay.
So it's a wonderful month. We've had a busy manifesting month. We had May is an 8. So we've had a month of manifesting, of taking action, of going for our dreams, chasing the goals, putting plans into place. So we're coming into June, a 9 month, and this is about slowing down, doing some self-healing, giving healing to others. It's a month of compassion and kindness, completion, and it's just a nice, slow month. It's an easy month.
Yeah, so for people coming out, well, all of us, coming out of May, I can see where there's a lot of truth, because this is the way it is. But I wonder if other people kind of ran across some of the things that I did, and you tell me how it went with you. But it was so manifesting, right, of things that I desired, that so many things were coming my way at one time. And it actually made me at a few points feel a little overwhelmed and have to take a step back and say, okay, gosh, yes, I did desire all of these things. I wanted all of these things. But how am I going to do all of these things? And so I can see how going into a month of rejuvenation and re-energizing ourselves, how important that is, because I'll be honest with you, like I feel a little bit drained off and on this past month. And I consider myself a expert manifester just because I know how it works and I know that I can get whatever I desire. But the fine line comes in when you get all of this stuff at once, which is really not what any of us are looking for.
Yeah, it's so true. Because we've been in a manifesting month as well. Like if you're working with the law of attraction anyway and you're on that manifesting mode, it's great. But the actual energy has been so amazing this month. I've had like clients that have manifested dream homes, cars. Myself, I've manifested some amazing things this month. Absolutely amazing. But like you say, it can put you into overwhelm. But it's so amazing that the universe understands this. Right. And we're given this gift of like, okay, so this is going to be your up month. It's going to be your action. You're going to be busy, you know. But so you don't get overwhelmed, then we're going to treat you to a nice soft month where you can just take some time to slow down, get yourself together, get all your energy and your vibes right. Because then, as we go forward into July, we're in another action month. So it's all about, as I'm always saying, feminine and masculine energy. It's the flow, giving, receiving, giving, receiving. So we've received lots in the 8 months. So then we're just giving in a 9 month. We're giving love to ourselves. We're giving love and compassion to others. So it's that flow. It's just that beautiful flow. And it helps us just have some quiet time and just get our breath back.
Yeah, because when we are, so I just want to see if anybody else relates to this. When you are having more than you can, quote, think you can handle coming at you, there is a tendency sometimes to say, oh my gosh, what's happening? This is a mess, right? Because you feel overwhelmed. So people automatically assume that it's a mess. But just remember that the things that you desired and what you were manifesting has happened. It just so happened to happen at one time. Now, maybe you're the type of manifestor and you're just beginning and things were just really nicely coming to you and it was flowing. That's the way it should be. But it doesn't always happen that way. And also when we're on that downtime and we can reevaluate those situations and we find out pick and choose the ones that we really want to stick around. What you're saying then is in the June month, when we're taking our rest, right, and collecting ourselves, we then put our passions into those, right? Put our energies into those, because we'll feel rejuvenated some, and not like it's a rush.
Yeah, and it's a time to evaluate. It's a time to look at all that you've got, because as well as manifesting actual things, we can manifest ideas, inspirations, massive downloads, and like you say, you can go into overwhelm with that. So get some white howlite crystal, that will help you with that. But when you've got all this is why I say to people, journal it down, even if it's just words, if you're getting sentences, if you're getting words, get it all down so it's not swirling around in your head. You know, so manifesting is not just about physical things, it's about ideas and inspirations too. So when you're in a quiet month, when we're going into the 9 months, it's again, it's around compassion and kindness. But that's for us as well. Be compassionate to yourself, be kind to yourself. It's a time to have some quiet time to evaluate, take a look at your journey, see what you feel you want to go with next, and also look at your ideas, you know. But it's about having that time to slow down and just breathe and just get yourself calm. If you're feeling overwhelmed, it's just a beautiful calming month to just reevaluate.
So even though we should be doing this every day, this is particularly a month where maybe scheduling your meditation, or making sure that you are going for a walk by yourself every day, whatever that you can do. And I know there's a lot of people that may be listening that have little children, and I know sometimes that's hard. But I will tell you, the only way I got through that with all 4 of mine at different age, because they're spread out in age, was getting up super early. Like before the sun comes up. I mean, there were years where I would get up at 4:15 in the morning, because that was the only time that I had everybody in bed and I had quiet time. And if you're a night person, then make sure that you do that after everybody's in bed at night. But if you're at work all day, you just know that you have to schedule this in sometimes, because when you have other people to take care of, or you just have a schedule with work or clients or anything like that, just don't assume that you're going to be able to just work it out and do it later. I feel very strongly that it's scheduled, because the schedule may change, and that's okay, but at least you mentally have it on your schedule to take some time to get your journal and start journaling, writing down those ideas and anything else that comes to you, right? Whatever kind of journaling you like. But I feel very passionate about what you said too, and writing down those ideas, because if not, it's like an hour later or the next day, and you're like, oh gosh, I knew there was something I thought of. What was it?
And you'll have forgotten it. But it's so true that you're saying in your schedule, you have to take time for yourself. And say this in my monthly readings, it'll give you the days to take time out, right? You know, a spa day or hair day, just a relaxing day. It's so important to book time out for yourself. But I have to just mention quickly as well, we've got the new moon on the 3rd. Now, this is a really beautiful moon. There's just a beautiful way we're giving all these gifts. So we've got a 9 month, and we've got a 3 vibrational new moon on the 3rd. The way it breaks down within numerology, it's a 333, which is 9. And also it's a sign of divine love. So the new moon on the 3rd is a beautiful day to pencil in a time for yourself, because the energy around that is just wonderful. It's just beautiful. And get some amethyst and really soak up the moonlight with your amethyst, and just let that moonlight help heal you. It's a beautiful day to pencil out in your diary for yourself, because, as you say, it's so important to take time. And you know, when we're talking about a 9 energy, that's a number you know, wait, if you like to do pay it forwards, you can do pay it forwards that month. But pay it forward apply to yourself as well. Pay something forward for yourself as well as others. Giving and receiving, it works both ways. So pay yourself 3 things forward that you're going to treat yourself to this month that you don't normally do.
So plan 3 things.
Yeah.
Schedule them in your schedule that you're going to
Yeah.
do this month for healing and restoration. And I love that the new moon is on the 3rd. I love that it's 333. And I know I have everybody has their own, you can call it a ritual, you can call it a routine, whatever you want to call it, around the new moon and the full moon. And just make sure that I'm speaking to everybody out there, take advantage of this. So the new moon is used for creating, right? New things. And the full moon for releasing. But I want to ask what you think about this, because this is the way I've always worked it. I won't tell you my whole routine because we'll be here for a while, but I do both in each one. So if it's the new moon, I'll start with the creating and what is it that I really want to create this month, and I'll really visualize, and I have, but then I always release still. Yeah. And on the full moon, I just flip it.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I think you're right. Absolutely, to do both. You put your emphasis. So you put your emphasis on the new moon with creating and setting your intentions. You put the highest focus on that. That's the highest energy. But you still do your releasing around it. And then when it comes to the full moon, your focus is fully on releasing, but you're still creating around it. The difference we have at the moment with the full moon is that we are in a phase of 8 manifesting moons. So they are really powerful manifesting moons. So it's sort of equal, if you like, with the releasing and manifesting. The energy of the full moons that we're being given at the moment is incredible. I think we've got 7 months left of the 8 phases as well. So the moons we're being gifted this year are just amazing. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Set your intentions with both. And I think the rituals that you do with them are so lovely, because you can do, a receiving one with the new moon, so it's all pampering, and then you can do a releasing and cleansing one with the full moon. So, you can use different essential oils, bath oils, crystals that incorporate that. So you've got both energies there.
So with all of the manifesting moons this year, even though May was a manifesting month, there's still higher energies around manifesting, more times than normal.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And
we have amazing moons.
What I think of with that is that also there's people out there that may not be aligned with the way we think, right? They may not kind of be on board with the reality that we create our path, right? We have choices. We always have choices, and if we choose
absolutely
that one, there's no wrong one, but one may not be as great as the other one. May not feel that great. And so what I have been noticing, and it's coming to me more now that we're talking about this, is that some people that aren't thinking the way that we do yet, they're also creating some things, but they're not that great of things, right? And so, but what I'm seeing is that those things are being carried over, and they're trying to spill it out onto others or their surroundings. And so therefore, there are people that aren't recognizing that and might be feeling a little bit off, right? And they wonder why that person that they're around very often, who's usually a negative Nelly anyway, is being worse. And they're feeling it more. So that's what I think of when you say that. And I think that's because I have noticed that a little bit more, to where I've had to put up my bubble and rethink a few things, because I know that certain people in this world just aren't there yet. Then that's fine. They're just not there on their path. which is fine. But those of us that are and really don't want to take in those negative energies just need to be aware of that. Some people may be creating and manifesting things that aren't as good. Because like I always say, you are manifesting every single day of your life.
Yeah.
So why not do it on purpose?
Yeah. Yeah. And what we have to realize as well is, like, some of us, like especially me, so far out of that spiritual closet now, you know, it's right out there. But that's not everybody's path. Not everybody will do that. You know, even if they've not embraced it yet, some people never will, because it's not part of their journey. We all have different journeys. So if they don't embrace it, that's fine. And we shouldn't sort of like, you know, when you have a spiritual awakening, or when you come out of the spiritual closet and you just realize how amazing it is, we just want to shake people and say, look at this, wake up, you know. But it's not their journey. We have our own journeys. But you're right in that we all have our own energy, and it's our right to protect that energy.
Yes.
So that doesn't mean that you have to be bawling and shouting at people. You know, you always come from a place of love and gratitude. 100%. It's your energy and it's yours to protect. So you don't, if somebody's trying to give you an emotion is a gift you can either choose to accept or receive. So if somebody's being angsty with you, or trying to be, you know, envy, or, you know, just bad vibes, you can just say no thanks. You know, you don't have to go, well, I don't think it's this, but just don't even get into it. You just leave that energy with them, and, you know, no thank you, but, you know, enjoy your journey. This is my path, this is my journey. So it's our right to protect our energy, definitely.
And that's one thing that I hope that everybody that's listening takes in, because we all get to that point at some point, right? Where if you haven't gotten there yet and learned that, just let it go.
Yeah.
There's a song about that too, right? From Frozen. Let it go. Yeah. My granddaughter walks around singing the entire song. So I feel like I've seen Frozen. But actually, there's so much meaning to that little phrase, let it go.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we have to realize our boundaries. I've talked about this today to a client. You have to have your own boundaries for protection, you know. And sometimes people don't even realize that they're doing it. But there are ways of just, you know, that don't cross the line. You know, we can be as nice as we want to be, but we have to have our own boundaries, especially if you're in business. Because I was talking to a client of mine today, and it's so important within business to have boundaries, because as much as you want to be fabulous to everybody, you have to realize that you're in business sometimes, and you have to make business decisions. So, and when you're new to business, like the client we're talking about today, she's fairly new to business.
Yes.
So she's trying to run around pleasing everybody with everything. And you can't do that, because it's not their business, it's your business. So you have to put boundaries in. Same within life, you put your personal boundaries in. Doesn't mean you have to be angsty around it. As long as you're coming from love and gratitude, just protect your own energy, because it's your right to do that.
So we all need to make sure we keep in mind that in this month of June, that we need to take a step back and really heal ourselves, and allow all of those things that happened the month before to come into this and have us think about those, right? And choose which ones we're going to keep and which ones just aren't on our path right now.
Yeah.
And that goes with, like you said, it goes with personal, business, right? It goes into everything. And it's not just physical things.
No, you know, the physical things are fabulous.
Those,
you know, if you've manifested a house, you want to keep it. If you've manifested a car, keep it. But you've been bombarded with different ideas, different directions. You don't know whether you're coming or going. Have some time. Just have some whoosah time.
Don't you find that those are the ones that are more challenging? Are the ones that are not physical, that are those things, because that's easy. That's the easy part, really, of creating your life on purpose or manifesting on purpose. I feel that's the easy ones. The ones that are, like you said, the ideas, or if it has a lot of moving parts, maybe with some other people that would be involved in it, those are more involved. They take a little longer to create and manifest. But also when they do, you really start to think about it more. You know what I mean? And following your intuition during those times can be a little more tricky because you're not sure if you've been through that situation and you're taking on somebody else's maybe thing, or if that idea is just something that's a spur of the moment thing and you're just need to like put it on the back burner, write it in your journal, and that's for 2020, right? Not for right now. But that's why when we do manifesting challenges and things like that, I love to do the physical things for people to begin with, because they can see it right there. They can see it, and they can also then not have that confusion of, okay, well, what do I do with all of this? They have it. And then from there, you're experienced with it, so you can go on to the ones that involve other people. They involve an idea. They involve a job or something, something that's more emotions of other people being involved, I will say.
Yeah, absolutely. And another thing is as well that we have not touched on with the month of May. It was an 8 and it's a manifesting month. But it also, if you're in business, 8s are also known as business-minded leaders. So if you're in business in an 8 month as well, you're going to be manifesting business ideas because the magic's there around business as well. So I've had so many people saying how busy they've been in the month of May, with myself as well, doing the retreat, speaking here, speaking there. It's been a busy month, but that's because we're in business and we're manifesting new business ideas. But like you say, we don't have to put them all on the table now. We don't have to do everything all at once. It's the beautiful gifts that have been given to us, and we can get them down and set them in plan and get them into place going forward. And then we come into June and we can just right now have some you time. Do some planning if you want, but it's more about having some you time, healing. It's just a beautiful vibration.
So writing down those things again, this is why, because it may not be for a year or two that come on the table. But if you got that idea for a reason, this came to you for a reason. And that's why I've said this before on here, so you guys that follow us know I have a regular journal and I have a business journal. And business journal isn't just all about business, to be honest with you. My business journal are my ideas. They're my just things that will come to my mind in the middle of the night or things like that. And I use my regular journal for my manifesting journal is what I call it, because like I said, I like the check marks. It just really gives me pleasure to check off the things that I have manifested. And every time I check one off, I add another one. And then I check it off and I add another one. And I think I've talked about this on a past video as well, but it's so fun because I've gotten to show my husband a few times and I'd be like, see? And he'll see that like for the past, 6 months or whatever, I have been manifesting this. And he'll be like, I get it.
Even little things, even little things. You'd be surprised how much you do tick off that list, and interchange it up. It's like anything. The energy needs to keep flowing, with vision boards, that needs to keep flowing. I was talking the other evening about crystals. Keep moving your crystals. They're like a dance. Don't just plonk them down and leave them there. Give them a little dance and move them around so that their energy keeps moving as well. Energy comes through everything and it needs to flow through everything so it doesn't go stale, if you like. So that applies to everything.
So while you're saying this, and let's talk about really quickly the vision boards. That's a really good point that everybody needs to remember, is that if you have something on your vision board, if that's what you're doing as a vision board, or maybe you're writing it down, whatever way you're doing it, and it's been going on and on and on, and it's still there and it hasn't created itself, there's a couple things you can do in the back end, which we'll just do another video on that. But also just keep in mind that maybe it needs to be tweaked a little bit, especially if you don't feel as passionate about it as you did when you put it on your vision board, right? Maybe there's something even better. So maybe you might be setting your standards a little lower for yourself. So don't get disappointed if you don't see that thing. Maybe it's not that thing that's on your path, but something very similar that's even better. So I just wanted to bring that up because I know people talk with me and people that I've worked with have, they say, well, I've been doing this, it's not working. But it made that they changed it, right, to something even better because they were already past that. They're past what their goal was or what they were trying to manifest. The universe is ready to give them more than that.
And it's all about timing as well, universal timing, and synchronicity. Things happen. There's no such thing, I don't believe, as coincidence. Things happen for a reason, but it's all about timing. Sometimes when something doesn't quite pan out for you, it'll either be because you're not ready for it or it's not ready for you. It's about timing. But keep that energy changing up, keep refreshing your vision board. And like my daughter, she's so pedantic about ticking them off. Like, tick that off, that's done. Tick that off, that's done. That's her. I think she finds that as pleasurable, ticking them off, as she does creating it. It's like that big, powerful tick.
I'm with her on that one. That gives me like a sense of accomplishment. I'm like, yes.
That's done.
I know that we got off, well, it's not really, we're never off topic on this. We're always talking about universal energies, but make sure in the month of June that you are taking the time to yourself. And when you feel like you need a break, it's because you do. Absolutely. Schedule it in, right?
Absolutely. And your crystals for doing that as well for your healing. Get some amethyst. Amethyst is just any, and the colour purple, you probably might see more of that this month. And the angel is Raphael, beautiful for healing, just beautiful. So have that energy around you, but really take some just gorgeous time out for yourself, definitely.
Okay, and we will list the crystals that Denise talked about in the description, wherever you're listening to this on podcast or you're listening to it on YouTube and watching it. And if you would like to meet with either Denise or myself, we will have those links also in the description, and at the end you'll see it scrolling through. So we really appreciate you all being here, and get ready for another amazing episode on how you can use the universal energies in practical ways, because it's not rocket science. It's not hard. You just have to know what to do and be open, right?
Absolutely. Being open to the flow, the universal flow, giving and receiving, and coming from a place of love and gratitude in your heart. We're gifted with these gifts, so why not embrace them?
Absolutely. So you guys have an amazing rest of the day. We will talk to you soon.
Bye.
Subscribe and follow us at our links at CathleneMiner.com, and for Denise at Spiritual Queens Rising on Facebook. Manifest your life on purpose, because you can.